Way on the side of the road hitting the roof.
The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Huskers will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Nittany Lions offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And guys, any discussion about this offense has to start and end with the guy behind center.
Yeah, I mean, the quarterback, he gets the ball on every play. He's got to be the leader. He's got to be able to throw the football. So many times you see, Jesse, where they can run it as well, but he's the captain usually on most teams. It starts and ends with him.
Yeah, and David, the thing you love about this guy, too, is he's such a good distributor and facilitator with the football.
Oh, he's got some space. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for the defense.
The Nittany Lions, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They're going to ride this running back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll try the run. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup and 10 and a first down. And the Nittany Lions took those plain headgears, got their blocks, and picked up the first down.
Yeah, and those headgears are a staple, aren't they, of college football? I know exactly what you're talking about, those beautiful helmets. They don't change very much, very traditional. Penn State keeps it simple. Being traditional, running the football.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Boom, got a man, it's Singleton. All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks, it's first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to pass, it's Allard. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. On the run, it's Singleton. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. They want to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Ross. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Penn State!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. They march 78 yards down the field, and they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. He'll bring it out. It's Bell. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Nebraska's offense will have its first possession of the game. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros.
And the pressure was too much. They get him up to 15. All right, guys, let's take a minute to think about Nebraska. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
The coaches talked about gotta get to the quarterback, gotta ruffle his feathers a little bit. How about this first drive, man? They've already sacked him twice. This will pay dividends throughout a football game.
The Huskers will punt this one away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He'll field it close to the 50. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking to throw, it's Allard. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the catch. It's Dinkins. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. Now, Drew Allard feels as if he has unfinished business at Penn State. Tyler Warren is gone, but Allard still with a plethora of weapons at his disposal, and maybe, David, giving him a path to redemption in the college football playoff.
Yeah, and when we saw him finish, it wasn't the best, right? He made the big turnover. They had a chance to go to the national title game, but Penn State took some next steps, and he took
somebody's
some next steps.
hype.
So if the talent in this offense, another year with Colton Ncaa, the running backs back, like this offense could really take that next step.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's got it again. Turning it on. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again, who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Off the play fake. Using his legs to buy some time. They get it on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Now on the option. Now the pitch. He is stopped short. That's the man they wanted to have the ball, but it'll be 4th down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. This is a short kick, but the problem is the angle. It is good! And that will extend their lead even further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. Temple is ahead right now in South Philly, but this game is a long way from being over. Better hold off on the run to Geno's for the time being. They're up by 7 over Tulane. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Complete to the left. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. It was quite a burden for Dylan Raiola a year ago, viewed as the Nebraska football savior. So, Jesse, how should he approach growth and improvement in his sophomore season?
Well, I think you got to continue to grow. There were a lot of eyes on Dylan Raiola last year, and for good reason. He is unbelievably talented.
Make this a
There he
bitch.
goes. The 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Huskers.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball best. So, let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
And you could tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Now the play fake. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. He wants to change this route. Motion from the wideout. To the air. It's Aller. Pocket breaking down. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Off the play fake on 1st down. Time to take a shot.
Yeah.
Catch inside the 30 and still running. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
It's so challenging to stop the middle of the field passes deep down. You stretch me in these zones. I got to run with you in man. It's always a good idea to run those deep posts, and you could tell they saw it all the way. Receiver, quarterback on same page, gets the big touchdown.
And the extra point was good. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They'll go to the ground. Nice move to keep running.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Tackled at the 29. Let's give him 5 on that one. And the Nittany Lions move the change with some signature hard-nosed running.
Some Big Ten physicality, some Big Ten running the football. Gotta have it. Gotta start with that when you're in the Big Ten and when you're at Penn State.
Man, that D tackle is cat quick. He exploded out of his three-point stance, got immediately into the backfield, and he was able to get that tackle for loss.
Pulls it in. It's Ross. Brings into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
The Nittany Lions with the 1st and 10. To the air, it's Aller. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Picks up the 1st down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So a drive there of 85 yards. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Hunter. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it. Jesse, they'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Back to throw, it's Raiola. Caught over the middle. It's Markway. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend it.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up, way to know where the sticks are. Now puts you in a successful position for third down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Cornhuskers line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Dinkins. It's amazing how fluid and potent an offense can seem when you get a great pickup on first down, and the tight end's a terrific place to go.
Tight ends nowadays are kind of like cheat codes. I mean, they just know so much about, right here, seeing zone, know when to sit it down, boom, positive yards, nice positive play for this offense.
That gives him 100 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, it's Aller. Fires to the big fella. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The Nittany Lions can really attack on this second and short. They'll run play action. Fires downfield. Got his man on the right. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
Well, it's a nice job by the receiver getting out of bounds to save some clock. You're probably out of field goal range, so you're thinking Hail Mary here at the end of the first half.
It's good, and that... It's solid perfect. That pushes the lead to 6. It's 20-14. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Happy Valley has given us a fun first half.
And the Nittany Lions will kick it off to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bell. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Wants to throw on first down. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
And this is why this team is losing this game. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
Looking to throw, it's Raiola. This one's complete. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
Makes the grab. It's Bonner. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. And the Huskers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
Sit your ass down.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments. Wide out level noise. To the ground to try to
bitch.
They thought they could just run it up short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Off play action. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. The short hands, it's Ross. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the big...
Looking for a deep man.
Oh, shit.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. At midfield, he's got room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And once the QB left the pocket, it felt like he was locking in on his dude, his playmaker out wide. I think the defense knew it too. Nice job taking the big playmaker away, breaking on the football, and going making a big INT for this defense.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options, making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Finds his man. It's Hunter. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. We'll send the tight end in motion. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Markway. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The Huskers will snap it on 1st and 10. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Firing to the right, complete. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
What the fuck was that?
Drives it between the uprights. The lead down to just 3, 20-17. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So the final period starts with a second down play. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Gets rid of it. Makes the catch. It's Singleton. Changing on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get into those critical points to get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. And they're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
The Nittany Lions in a good spot here with second and short. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking for space. It's Allen. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
Breaks away on the left. Oh, he ruins the big gainer with a fumble. And this fumble bounces out of bounds.
When you start to get that offense going, start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go, you on the sideline, you in the game.
A first down run in the red zone. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And this situation here on second down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
About to have the 9th snap on this drive. You don't want to settle for a field goal. Pressure coming. They wrap him up, and boy, that comes when the defense needed it the most. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Never a doubt. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the fourth. on the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo.
There he goes. They'll guide him out of bounds down at the 25-yard line. Let's talk for just a minute about Nebraska. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program.
And the pass rush is effective.
Punish him.
At the 19. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect the quarterback a little bit more, whether it's screens, whether...
He lobs one high down the left side. Makes a catch.
Man, get the fuck out of here.
Still on his feet.
Figure
And they
shit.
finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The Cornhuskers have it with a 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Grabbed in the middle, it's Markway. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And that is perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays. Don't want to give up those first downs and just make that clock run.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Wants to throw it. A shot toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
That's a tough.
Oh, he picked it up. Oh, shit. He picked it off.
Just trying to make something happen and all gets away.
Oh, shit.
Ends up in the hands of the DB. Nice job by the defense.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. Got the first down and still on his feet. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup.
Really nice job by the running back here in the 4th quarter, picking up that first down. They need him now. They've got the lead, but not by a lot. Late in the game, they need him to play his best football at a moment in the game when everything is on the line.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Nittany Lions inside the final minute trying to protect the lead and the ball. On the option. Now the toss.
Whoa.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
To the ground. He's got it again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10 you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving.
I can't call timeout. What the fuck?
To the air, it's Allard. He'll throw it quickly out to the tight end. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
The game's fucking over, eh? What the fuck kind of shit is that?
So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the party each and every week, and that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players. They've got an outstanding coaching staff. When they put it all together and they play with great effort, this team's tough to beat.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.